Praise the Lord, everyone. I wanted to come on here and share a dream that I had back in 2014. And this was my first time ever seeing Jesus and angels. So in this dream, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys is what I saw in a dream. And so to start the dream off, and I'm reading from my journal just to make sure that I get everything in this video that I saw in a dream. So I remember in the dream, I was riding in a car with my dad and my brother, and it was nighttime. And my dreams sometimes start off very random. So this was just very random that I was in a car with my dad and my brother, and we wasn't going anywhere. We were just riding. My dad was driving, my brother was in the passenger side, I believe, and I was in the back seat. So we're just riding down the street, and I remember looking up in the sky and I saw this planet, and it looked similar to Earth. Actually, it really did. But it was beautiful, though. I don't remember in details how it looked, but I remember it looked like Earth, but it was beautiful. It was different, but similar in some ways. I don't know, but it was beautiful. And I remember telling my dad and my brother to look up. I was like, "Look, do y'all see that?" And they were like, "Yeah." Like they were amazed too. They was like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool." And so next thing I know, I feel the car lifting up off the ground. So I'm like, "Okay, what is going on?" And all of a sudden, I end up outside of the car. And so I look around, and my dad and my brother, they're nowhere to be found. So now I'm standing on the ground. I'm on my feet. I'm not floating or anything. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? So then the sky opens. I don't know any other way to explain it, but the sky opens, and I look up and I see Jesus and I see his angels. So he has angels to his left and he has angels to his right. And Jesus he's just standing there, and he's tall. And I remember him having this white robe on. It was the purest white I've ever seen. It was very, very white. And he just had this glow on him. Like he was just glowing. I couldn't see his face. I think the only thing I could see was like his mouth. And he was smiling, and he had this beautiful, bright smile. It was just beautiful. And he was just smiling at me. He was just standing there smiling at me. So I look at the angels. They have on white robes as well, very white, the purest white ever. And they're glowing, and their skin just looked golden. Like they just looked golden, and they were just beautiful. And I couldn't really tell a gender. Like I don't know if they were like I don't know. I couldn't really tell, but and another thing I noticed, they didn't have wings. And you know how we see movies and shows with angels and they have them with wings, but these angels didn't have wings. I didn't see any wings. Not that I can remember, anyways. But I remember just looking at them, and they were singing to Jesus and they were worshiping him. Like it was the purest form of worship I've ever heard or seen. Like the melodies that I was hearing, it was just beautiful. Their voice was just beautiful. Like the way they were singing to him, it was just like, it was amazing. And Jesus just standing there in all his glory, and he's just, just, I don't know, like I can't really explain it. Like it was just so amazing. And I couldn't even believe that I was standing here seeing this, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I'm seeing Jesus and I'm seeing angels. And I was so overwhelmed by his presence that I just began to cry because I was overwhelmed with joy. In his presence, I could feel like just a sense of peace and love, and just it was just so overwhelming. Like I just cried, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like um it was just amazing. And it was very short, but I was just in awe of what I saw. And I remember like when I was looking at Jesus and the angels. I remember Jesus looking at me and the angels were looking at him. They didn't even care that I was standing there. They was focused on him because it was about him. It wasn't about them. It wasn't about me. It was about Jesus. So they were focused on him and just they were smiling and they were just singing with joy. And I'm like, is that how we're gonna be when we're in heaven? Like, can you picture that, us in heaven singing to Jesus and just praising him and worshiping him with just a joy that is out of this world? Like, it was amazing, and like I can just see it now, like us standing up there, like us up there in heaven with the angels and worshiping Jesus and singing. Like, that was just amazing. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. That was my first experience with seeing Jesus and angels. I always wanted what angels look like. I always wondered what Jesus looked like. And even though I couldn't see his face, I couldn't see the details of his character, his facial features. All I can remember is his smile. That's what I remember. I remember he did have medium length, dark hair, and he was tall, and his skin was glowy, like it was golden, like a golden bronze. It was just beautiful. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it wowed you, because it definitely wowed me when I um, had this dream. So I will talk with you guys later. I have plenty more dreams to share with you guys. But if you had any experience with seeing Jesus and angels, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear about it. You all be blessed. Love y'all. Talk to you guys later.